Hello everyone and welcome to this very short, I think, SD1 video. If you're not subscribed already, please remember to do so. I've got an Instagram as well below, which I'll post updates on these cars. So in this video, we'll be doing a coolant flush, and that's about it really. There isn't really much else. Oh, also, there's the starter tool there, the hammer, and there's a fuel pump. You just hit that with a hammer and it actually starts up. So let's get right into it. 3, 2, 1, changing it. Oh, Jesus Christ, that's worse than I thought. At least it's still got some colour to it though. So where we are, we're taking that hose off, that one off the bottom there. The coolant looks alright, we're going to flush it anyway. May as well while we're here. Let's see what comes out. For 15 years. I think Phil topped it up though and put some new coolant in when he had it. I don't know though, he can clarify that. There we go, there's the radiator, pushing all that out, and there's a helicopter as well. Just need to do the rest of it now. This, I think the thermostat's closed because obviously, well, not all of it will go in anyway. There she is, all up and working. Fuel pump was an issue where you just had to bash it about a bit, but there we are. So I'll show you a video clip now of what it sounded like before and what it sounded like after. Running like a dream now. The auto chokes is still on now, which is a bit worrying, but there we are, we're running alright. This sounds pretty good. Look at that. And all we need to do is hit a fuel pump with a hammer. And the fuel pump's obviously in the back there. So we hit that with a hammer. And then there we go, we're working again. Brilliant. We just need to set these two carbs up. It's never run better than this. Need to tidy the engine bay up again as well. Damn, look at that. Brilliant. Let's take that bonnet off too. Hello everyone. So it's me and I'm interjecting in the middle of my own video. That's just sort of do a general recap because I think if you're new here, it's sort of a bit of a trek going through the videos. So and obviously this has been going on for ages, and I just wanted to do a general recap of where we started and where we are now. So we started off with a car that hadn't ran off its own fuel supply, we believe, in about 15-16 years. Its last MOT was in 2005, and obviously that's when it was last on the road because that's when it last expired, unless it's been driven illegally, which is a bit odd, but hey, at least it didn't get caught or do any damage. But anyway, so we started with that. We originally thought the clutch was seized to the flywheel. Turns out that wasn't the case. It was that flexed in the firewall that was causing the issue with the clutch pedal pressure. So we obviously got that welded. We also got the boot floor welded and the inner wheel arch welded on the driver's side rear. That sorted out a lot of issues there. So that's more or less MOT ready welding wise. We also, in regards to the clutch, there was the slave cylinder which had seized. Basically the dust boot had come off, and you know, all sorts of debris had been flying in there. So the dreaded clutch to flywheel binding had not happened, and it was just that, which was pretty good. So we got through the clutch issues. And then, of course, the running issues. Now, originally, it was thought that the car had a bad fuel pump, and then, obviously, you had a million people saying, oh, the header's seized. Oh, 2600s are terrible. But the wonderful P166 in this SD1 had not done any of that. So, basically, what had happened is a bit of the fuel hose had decided to perish, and it came off the little fuel rail that goes in between the carbs. So, once we'd done that, we managed to get it running. Albeit a bit rough, but there we go. We got it running. Now, we had some running issues. We rebuilt some carbs, and then we ended up just buying some new refurbished ones. So we whacked them on, and then, of course, now I've got an issue with the fueling and the fuel pump. So there we are with that, another fueling issue. But hopefully once we get this fuel pump replaced, that should cause that should get rid of all of our running issues, which will be absolutely brilliant. So looking forward to that in the next one. So in terms of obviously what we need to do, we've obviously sorted the brakes. So we run, we drive, we stop, we turn, we reverse, we go through all the gears, etc. So it's a functioning car. So it's just this MOT malarkey that we need to get through. So we've obviously done a lot of cosmetic things as well. All the electrics work now, all the lights, etc. Indicates, hazards, all that jazz, all those things that you need to actually operate a motor vehicle legally in the United Kingdom and probably everywhere else. So what do we need now? We need a new set of tyres, because ours are terrible and have all perished. We need either a new exhaust or a section of the exhaust, because we need to find the exhaust leak that it's decided to develop. Then we more or less just need to check the condition of all of the bushings, which I think we've done that, and I think we've verified actually that there's two new bushings on the front, and the rest are old. I think we've got some issues with some dust boots on the steering rack and the boots on the front suspension, the front struts. So we think one of them is leaking as well. I think it's the left-hand side, the passenger one. So other than that, though, I think we're more or less nearly there. Once those running issues are sorted out and we get everything else done, especially these doors as well, that's another one of the main things, is getting all the doors to open and close. So there'll be a bigger video on that, on fixing all that stuff, because I delved into that last time, but I didn't really get much of a chance to film it. But there we are. So I'm hoping we'll kind of get this done for April, but we'll see, of course. It's not a rush. We want to do this right, and we want to, do the best and not end up with like a giant fail sheet. That would be not very good. So back to me. In the past, summarising the small amount of work we've done, but again, it's a step in the right direction. So back to me. So here we are, everyone. New coolant in there. I know it's different from the other one, but who cares? It works exactly the same, more or less. So we burped it, done all that jazz, and it wasn't as bad as we thought. So I think it's probably had that done before. So from what you saw in the video with the starting, etc., and how it ran, it's definitely a fuel pump issue. It's like it can't keep up with the demand of the engine. So when I've gone back there and hit it, it then seems to have conked into life. So what we'll do is we'll just get a new fuel pump, and then we'll whack that in there if we can, and then she should be all okay. The windows are working now again, which is absolutely great. Just came out of the runner, no point filming that. And our clock is blowing fuses. I think we've gone through about 10 fuses trying to get that to work. So if anyone can help with that, let us know, but I'll do some Googling. Next video, we're going to be setting the carbs up, hopefully replacing the fuel pump. I'm going to sort this spoiler out, because as you can see, we're taking that off and it doesn't look too bad. I'm going to be putting some bigger washers on there and making that all fine. And then we should have the spoiler back on, and we should have a running, driving, braking, stopping SD1. The reason why we didn't use the new parts is because the old parts look pretty good already, so there's no real need to do that. But here we are again with the SD1, and we're doing well. We're almost there. As I've said, we'll keep building and it'll eventually get there. And this sticker here, hopefully, will not be true anymore, because its last MOT was in 2005. So thank you for watching. Keep watching. Remember to subscribe for more of this SD1, Cortina, 75, Maestro, all that jazz content. So see you later, and any suggestions, let me know.